Draining the coolant on the 300 TDI, take the cap off the expansion bottle. On the thermostat housing you've got a 22mm socket, on the radiator you've got a 20mm socket. And as we all know, the 300 TDI, you drain it by taking off the bottom hose right down there. It's a bit of a pain because you empty it and the thing hits the track rods and it just pisses out everywhere. Those other vehicles, they've got drain cocks and bungs and things, and you can just drain it into a bucket. So what I'm going to do is actually fit the later hose for the 300 TDI, which is one that looks like this. I can't remember the chassis number it changed from, but around about 2000 perhaps. And it's actually made up of different sections of pipe. Cheaper to make, maybe, but what I like about this is that this is the bottom hose where it goes into the radiator. Normally you've got to crack it off here, and you got water pissing out this direction and this direction. Whereas now there's this male end on here that this one goes onto, and this would essentially point right the way down. So what you can do is take this one off, put your thumb over it, that drains out into a bucket quite accurately because it's draining down, not sideways, and then you can just drain this off into the bucket as well. So I'm going to give that a go. This is actually a genuine one. I got it on eBay. It was new old stock. I've had it for a few years, but I never got around to fitting it, but give it a go. Starting to get a dribble now. See, it doesn't fully come off. Oh, there, the bucket's in the wrong place. You can hear it now. There we go. So we're getting a fair amount of splash, and you're probably going to lose 25% of all the coolant not in your bucket. So you don't really want animals around when you're doing this, nor do you want to be doing this where it's going to drain into a watercourse. And then draining the engine block is just as annoying actually, because there's the plug right in the middle of the screen, 13mm. Actually, it's quite difficult. It's quite high on the engine, and then it flows down here, and it basically flows off the engine here straight onto the top of the axle, and then just goes everywhere. Anyway, that's next. inside the radiator as well. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's clean. That's nice. Sometimes you look in there and they're really crusty, which is good. This radiator is 4 years old, and I've changed the coolant every 2 years, and it's still in good condition. So who'd have thought that preventative maintenance actually worked? In terms of filling up the system, there's a few methods. There's a workshop method. What I do, I fill up the radiator first until water comes out of here. I sort of alternate between here and the thermostat housing, just so that water sits proud and doesn't, because you'll fill this up and then it'll slowly sink and you'll have to keep topping it up. What I also do is grab the bottom hose down here at the bottom of the radiator cowling, give it a shake, and you'll usually get an air bubble out of that that'll bubble up. Once this is brimming, put this cap on, header tank, fill the header tank to level. Workshop manual says add an extra litre, but I just fill it to level. Put the cap on, and then I fill the thermostat housing until this is brimming. Keep squeezing all the hoses, and you get a few bubbles out, and then once this is brimming, put that on, and I've never had a problem doing it that way. And there is the bottom hose now fitted. It's gone. So I counted all the hose clips. You would have had 4 originally, and it's gone to 10 now. But I've taken it out for a run, and let's see the bottom down there, the bottom hose down there, and there's that little pipe sticking off that I'll be able to drain the coolant off a bit easier next time, hopefully. But I've taken it out for a run, and there's no leaks, and I'm totally surprised. To be honest, if there's 10 hose clips like this and none of them leaked, that's good. What I did find is this hose is going through on the bracket here, just in there, because this has a tendency, or can have a tendency, to run over on the pulley because it's quite close in there. And this bracket's pretty useless, so what some people do is tie them two together with a cable tie or something like that, and crimp them so it pulls this one back away from the pulley. However, what that was doing was pulling this one into this bracket in here, the bottom of the bracket, so it's kind of worn a gouge, scored an edge in the pipe a bit. So I've put some of this silicone healing tape on to give it an extra bit of thickness on there, and I've not put this back on because I think this is not put the cable tie back on because I think this is going to be enough clearance actually, but I'll monitor it, and then next time I do the coolant I'll replace this hose. I think they're not expensive at all. Please like, share and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon.